most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi folks, I'm Mike Keenan's physical therapist assistant,
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
and together we're the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Well, not quite true, but Bob is taking the day off. Mike is filling in. We're happy to have him here today. He's going to do an excellent job, and I'll see if I can keep up with him. Today's title, Best Ankle Rehabilitation Exercises for Fast Recovery and Prevent Future Ankle Injury, based on science, Mike. So, before we go any farther.
Yes, this week's giveaway is the Sleepovation mattress,
That's
as
right.
well as a pillow. Brad and I both have these mattresses. I think it's awesome.
Right.
I was honestly skeptical at first, but I could sleep on my back again with them. They're great.
And you couldn't before.
No, it kind of bothered me.
Top quality.
So, to check away our giveaway, go to bobandbrad.com/giveaways. You can also go to Facebook, and it's pinned to the top for 60-second versions of us. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok is not on the board.
Oh, Bob would be jealous. You just flew through that. Excellent work.
I have practice.
There you go. All right.
Oh.
So
Anyway,
we need work at that.
I guess.
All right. So I did a little research, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Journal of Athletic Training. All this information is probably no surprise to anybody in the field, but 70 to 85% of ankle injuries are from inversion. In other words, the ankle rolls this direction.
Like
the
this.
injury is on the out. Yeah, boy, yours really inverts well.
Yeah.
The injury, can you see that with the black shoes, Liz? The injury is on the outside of the ankle, the lateral aspect, we call that. There's the most common ligament. Should we do that? The ATF.
Anterior talofibular ligament. It's just basically what bony landmarks it connects to.
Right.
Also, the CFL, the calcaneofibular ligament.
There you go. You don't need to remember that, but it is on the outside. 80%, this is interesting. I didn't know it was quite this high. 80% of all ankle sprains reoccur, or you injure that ankle again in the future. It's kind of like back pain. Once you get back pain, the statistics are very high on having back pain in the future. So this video, listen up, we're going to show exercises that have been proven to minimize future ankle sprains. And the key to that is proprioceptive exercises, which you may not be aware of what they are, but we're going to show you that later in the video. Some real nice exercises you can do at home with some help on, a lot of it by yourself as well. So we want to strengthen also the muscle in the hip abductor. The muscle up here, and this has been going on, and these studies have been proven time and time, but I'm lost. Help me out, Mike.
You're lost?
Yeah. The hip abductor muscle here is always weak if the right ankle is injured. And if it's the left ankle, the same side, the ipsilateral, we call it, hip adductor is weak. We got some nice, simple exercises for that as well. So now Mike has experienced severe ankle sprains.
I have had a grade 3 ankle sprain on both ankles, back-to-back years. One was ultimate frisbee, and one was just playing like flag football. I was in my 20s.
Oh, really?
Never injured my ankles in real football in high school or soccer growing up as a kid, but when I was older, rolled them both.
Wait till
exactly what you're talking about.
Wait till you get in your 50s.
Can't wait.
So we're going to start this rehab. We're going to assume that you've already recovered the swelling, the pain is under control, and you can start to walk on it a little bit. We want to make sure that your range of motion regains in all the planes. So we've got a nice little exercise. I call it the ABCs. Both Mike and I have worked with patients on this.
What about the 1, 2, 3s?
The 1, 2, 3s? No, we're doing the ABCs.
Okay.
So what I tell my patients, imagine your big toe has a piece of chalk on it and you've got a blackboard in front of you and you're going to make capital letter A with that piece of chalk up, over, and then cross. And then go to B.
What about cursive?
No cursive. We want to stick with just the regular old capital letters. And then go to C and go ahead, Mike. Continue to do it. What we're doing here, it gives you something to think about, and you're actually forcing your ankle into all planes of motion. We got plantar flexion, dorsiflexion, inversion, eversion, and everything in between. And when you get tired, you stop. You may only get to F or so, E or F on the first time you do it, but after a week or so or less, you may get to the full alphabet. If you can get to the full alphabet, you're doing well. You probably can stop that exercise.
I'm on M.
Yeah. Are you getting tired?
A little bit.
Yeah, he's got a healthy ankle. So it is a nice exercise. Now, when you can start walking, your ABCs are going well, your walking is pain-free, but you know it's got a ways to go. This is going to be the exercise you want to start. You can start this one. Mike, you want to lay down on your side.
Yes. Oh, okay.
You can do this on the floor. You can actually, a bed will not work for this exercise. Can you straighten out your body a little bit more? There you go. Now bend the bottom knee. The bottom one. That's the top. There you go. Straighten this leg out and do hip abduction. I mentioned if this is the sprained ankle, this muscle here is going to be weak. It always is. So you can do these to start out with and do 10 to 15 of them. If it gets too difficult, you can put an ankle weight around your ankle, or you can just simply roll over.
On the other side?
Yep. And lift this leg up slightly, bend this knee. Okay, go up on your right elbow. You're going to get in this position. Now his right hip abductor is going to do a lot of work right now if you lift your hip up in the air. Quite a bit harder, right, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, and if you want to work this one together, you can go down with this and up. There you go. And you get both hips at the same time. The bottom hip is far more aggressive. Mike is saying, "Oh,
awkward.
That
I
hurts."
don't strengthen my hip abductors much.
Yeah.
Probably why I sprained my ankles, huh?
Actually, there are some studies on that as well. The weak hip abductor muscles lead to sprained ankles. We're not going to get into that. Excellent. So that's a really nice combination of hip abductor strengthening. Critical exercise. Where did my loop go?
I don't know.
I do want to mention also, this is even better. A step in the next direction, the rehab, is put some resistance around your knees with a loop strap. And then we have weight bearing, and you can start to do this. I'm going to hold my stick, my booyah stick, for balance. And this is a great way to strengthen it, because then you want to do both legs too, regardless.
Yep. Start
what
with the
you-
easy band too. Yellow's
Yep.
easy. Read your set. Every set has different colors.
Yeah. When you can do 10 to 20 of those without any problem, then you're going to get in that athletic, particularly if you're returning to a sport, and you simply do this. Big steps. So you're strengthening the hip abductors, you're strengthening the ankles without being real aggressive. It's a great way to do it. And go back. I usually have my patients go about 15 feet to the left, 15 to the right, and go back and forth up to 5 times. You'll feel it.
Yeah. We usually use these more on the younger athletic people that want to get back to performing sports.
Right.
Yeah.
If I have someone that's, in their 40s and they want to get back to walking in normal ADL, things of daily life, we don't worry about it so much.
Yeah.
Anything else, Mike, that you want to bring up before we get into the key of this, of proprioception? Any other exercise that worked well for you?
I did a lot of just calf raises.
Oh,
You can do
that's
'em-
right.
You can do them seated, just ankle pumps. This is non-weight bearing for early on if you're painful.
Yep.
You can progress, to standing, holding on to something like a chair, just going up, or eventually, if it doesn't hurt, you can try one leg.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm to the point where I'm normal, so I can hold on to a dumbbell in this hand. If your gym has a calf raising machine, you can use that. But I still constantly strengthen my calves all the time.
Sure.
Just to prevent any other injuries from happening.
And if you're not an athlete, you're not real aggressive or young, you probably don't even need a weight or anything. Just doing
Yeah.
one-legged is
If you don't own a weight,
adequate.
honestly, you can just do more repetitions.
Sure.
Like, I've known basketball players that just do like 100 reps a day.
yeah.
But, that's all they do.
All right, next, the proprioception. This is a simple one. I really like this one.
Did you make this up?
Oh no, I've been
never-
using.
I've never seen this one.
Yeah, this one is a nice one. Actually, Bob and I discovered this one about 10 years ago, and we've got other videos with it. I call it the ziggy zaggy. If you put your feet, you have to have shoes on, not barefoot, not stocking foot for sure, because your shoes offer resistance, and you'll see what I mean. You can do it carpeting or a smooth floor, and you go like this. And what's going on is you got weight bearing through your ankles, which is good because that's the way you're going to be active in the future. And you're strengthening a lot of muscles, including the perineals, which support that lateral aspect of the ankle, which needs the strength. And it's a good beginner way to go. And as you get better at it, and it's feeling, oh, it doesn't hurt anymore, my ankle's not getting tired like it used to, go to 1 foot.
You know what you look like? You look like MC Hammer doing the
What does he do?
Can't touch this dance. You remember Can't Touch This from the 80s?
I can touch something. Can we get back to that?
Yes,
this is like working with Bob. It's just another.
That's what it reminds me of.
All
Anyway,
right,
number
so that's
2.
a ziggy zaggy. You want to demonstrate the four point.
Direction. Yes. Yep. So this is a 4-direction toe touch. So you stand on your leg. Which one are they going to stand on? Their bad ankle or the good one?
They're going to stand. You can do it actually either way, but the most important is this is your sprained ankle. This is the bad one.
So first you're going to do is tap forward. Try to keep your balance. Then you can go out to the side. You can cross over, typically in front. I guess you could do behind if you want to.
You can do it either way.
And then backwards.
Backwards.
So just try to keep your balance. Honestly, if I'm trying to do 10 reps of these, like you can already see me moving around a bit.
And when you first start,
easy. Yeah, you might have to hold on to something.
Yep, get a stick, cane, whatever it takes. Yeah, this is now when you get pretty good at this for higher level people, the higher level athlete, close your eyes and do it.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's a whole nother, because your vision is really important. Again, proprioceptive. This is making the muscles fire very quickly so that you can maintain balance, which is going to be real advantageous.
My ankle's actually like fatiguing. Like it was burning.
Yeah, and we got a healthy ankle. So, these are good. Yeah. Depending on your level, you may just do that with a stick, eyes open 5 times and get used to that. The next thing, again, here we're going to go on to, this is definitely for the athlete.
Yeah.
Mike is the injured person. He's an athlete. He wants to get back to playing ball. So he can stand on one leg without any problem. It's not painful, but it's not ready for this activity, the sport. So this is higher level. You don't have to get me in view. People don't like looking at me anyways. And you simply play catch. Now I'm going to throw it up high, down low, up over to one side. Mike, can you turn 90 degrees to your right? When I do this with a patient, I put a timer on. Every 30 seconds, I have the patient turn. Obviously, I don't have them turn so they're facing away from me. Turn 180 degrees. There you go. Make sure they know their degrees.
Get the long way around there.
And now, what I do also, when it gets too easy, is I have the person get a bigger ball, one of those great big physio balls, the exercise balls, which makes it harder. Or, Mike, can you grab a cushion?
We got a Pete's Choice foam pad here. You can stand on this. Also, I noticed, too, if you're standing here, it's a little easier, where if your other leg's up here, it's more challenging.
Yep.
So
another easy way to challenge it and get the benefits. And if you'll notice, Mike, and also as things get better, you can throw a little faster. If you look at his ankle, it is really working.
Yeah, and I even have shoes on. We were trying this barefoot earlier. That was harder yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, good. So you get the idea. That proprioceptive exercise is really good for that high-level athlete. But you never know. I just saw on the news this morning a man set a record for scuba diving.
Of what?
Scuba diving.
Scuba diving? What was the record?
He's 101 years old.
Oh, oldest guy. Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's his 3rd record. Every year for the last 3 years, he's been setting the record. It's like, man, that's wonderful.
That's pretty good.
It gives me some hope.
Will that fix a broken heart?
No. Well, once again, what he's alluding to is we can fix just about anything.
Except for a broken heart.
Excellent job.
Boy.
Thank you very much.
Bye.